Okay, welcome. Fourth period art foundations. Gonna, as usual, have lots of issues trying to get things all situated. Want to make sure, yes, that's working. We're gonna do a couple of, today's gonna be we're gonna do a little fun activity, and it's also a work day for you to finish up the positive negative that y'all started. I know people at home sometimes are at a different place than my students here in the classroom. So let me turn the lights off and hopefully I can get the computer going. Okie doke. So we're going to go into fourth period. Let me make sure everybody's okay there. We're going to go into fourth period, art foundations, which is here. And those of you at home, you will have gone to your announcements. And you will see for today, it says continue working on your positive and negative shapes that you started yesterday, your own designs. My in-class people, a lot of them, had finished them here in class. But it also says for you to watch something that I have put down here. And whether or not you have the product that I'm going to show you, I still want you to, those of you that are at home, I still want you to kind of do a couple of sketches of this, if like you would be carving it. Let me show you the little fun thing I wanted to show you. Since we're dealing with positive and negative shape, I thought this was a perfect time to show you this little concept called Oreo art. You have this in your announcement. This slideshow is in your announcement section. It's still dealing with what we've been dealing with, but you are, going to be creating it yourself. You're going to be removing the creamy part of the cookie to leave some part of the cookie itself to be the negative space, if that makes sense. Like this is a yin and yang design. I'm going to show you some designs. I know everybody at home, like if we were all here in this classroom, I'd be passing out all these Oreos and you would be taking a little toothpick and you would be kind of carving, and it's a fun little thing to do. Plus you get to eat some Oreo cookies. Now you might not have any at your house. I understand that. You might get some later on. I think it's still kind of a cool idea to just kind of explore with. I know they're getting ready to come out with if they haven't already, the Halloween orange Oreo cookies. That would be so cool to, open that up and carve some sort of design, positive, negative into the Oreo cookie. Let me go ahead and show you some of these slides. The first are, you can, if you want to watch this, this is just, how I like to give y'all a lot of different ways of looking at what we're working with, and we're still working with shape. But what I wanted to show you is just how great these are. Now, these are a little bit more done by professionals. This is Starry Night, which is very famous painting. And you can tell that they've just removed material or added material to that little creamy part of the whatever the fluffy stuff is in between your Oreo. And they've scraped away so the negative space could come out. This is some sort of, I can't remember. This is another famous painting too. I can't remember that one. Very famous logo. Do we know what this one is? Anybody know? Mm-hmm. Evan, do you know what that logo is? What is it? Air Jordan, right? In the Air Jordan? Yes. So, okay, obviously this person is getting fancy. They've got the blonde Oreo cookies, and this is obviously an artistic expression. They've added color, and she's taken a cookie, another part of the cookie, and made it like a palette. This is called food art, and it's just kind of cool and fun to look at. Here, this was the self-portrait of Vincent van Gogh here. And then here they did Starry Night, which is very famous, which is also right there on that window right there by Vincent van Gogh. Cameos, now these are extremely intricate and stuff like this. You would go to an art museum or like an art exhibition and you might see some of these food art type things. But a cameo would be something, you know, that it's a jewelry piece that's actually carved out of ivory. They're really old and rare. And here's an interpretation out of the Oreo. Same thing here with Julius Caesar's head. And I don't know quite who that is. Here's a face that we recognize a little bit more. This would be Harry Potter with the glasses and the hair and the little lightning bolt. So you can tell this is just a little fun play, but you obviously already know the positive, negative. This one's my favorite. I think I would want to turn them into earrings, the Mickey and Minnie Mouse. You can tell that this is Minnie Mouse by her eyelashes right there. Love it. That's exactly what we've been doing, this positive, negative. And here it is in a cookie form. So like I said, if we were all here together, as I wish we were, we would be, we'd be carving into these Oreos. It's called a bas-relief, like a low sculpture. And then, you know, we would grade it and all that. But I'm going to show you this video, and please at home also watch this video. Just kind of, it's like a, oh, wait, volume.
Today in 3D design, we're going to do something challenging but fun. We're going to carve Oreos. First, you need to make sure you complete your 3 possible idea sketches, because sometimes what you plan on creating does not turn out and you need a plan B. When you separate your Oreo cookie, don't worry if some of the filling comes off onto the other side of the cookie. You're not going to use all of the filling as you're carving. When you're carving, you're also going to be able to add in extra filling that you removed from other places. So save this. I would not recommend just eating it. Save it on the other half of the cookie that you're not planning to use for your artwork. For my example, I'm going to create a cupcake. That was one of the 3 sketches that I created for ideas. So I'm removing the filling around the edges of the cookie and leaving it in the center. Then I'll work with the filling in the center to create the cupcake. And if I need to add in any more filling, I can just take it on my toothpick from the other side of the Oreo. As you can see, I'm using the toothpick for everything. While I'm working, if I start to get filling on the toothpick and I need to get it removed so that I can make more clean lines, I'll use my other hand, which would be my left hand, and just pull the filling off. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm removing lines of filling, exposing the black Oreo cookie, and then I take the filling off the tip of the toothpick with my hand. I'll just wash my hands when I'm all finished. You can see I'm molding the filling. I'm using my toothpick to help sculpt it into what will look like frosting on my cupcake. And here you can see I'm adding in some extra filling using the scraps that I had already removed. As you work, you want to make sure you have clean, clear edges and a lot of contrast between the black cookie and the white filling. So just make sure you take your time and work through that so that you can have a crisp and clear image. And when you're all finished, make sure you take a good quality image of your Oreo carving and upload that as an attachment to turn in your work in Google Classroom. Once you know your work is turned in, you may eat your cookie carving.
So obviously you're not going to turn yours into Google Classroom because we don't use Google Classroom, but I would like everybody at home, if you don't have cookies, which, some people do, some people don't. I do want you to do a few sketches that in today's sketch assignment that you're working on, just after you do your today's sketch assignment, just add, what you would carve if you did have one. And then, if you ever do have some Oreo cookies at your house, I think this would be really cool to just kind of play with. And always, take a picture of it. You can email it to me. I'll give you extra credit. I just think it's kind of a cool thing to do. We have a lot of time on our hands now since we spend a lot of time at home. So that's just something fun I wanted to show you. And then what we're going to do today is continue working on yesterday. I showed you a little bit of a bigger project. I showed you a little bit a bigger project. Yes, your design. So I'm thinking that you're probably still working on this. I don't have it due till Friday. We'll be starting something new tomorrow. But I wanted to give you time enough to, complete working on this, because it is a little time consuming. And if you scroll through the slideshow, you will see that it starts right here telling you that you're going to design a square that explores, both positive and negative space. And your design is up to you. Yesterday, if you want to refer back to yesterday's YouTube video that I posted, shows you how to fold paper, how to get a really good, perfect square, or you in your sketchbook can draw a square and divide it. And then you're going to draw a design on your square. It could be symmetrical, it could be asymmetrical. And then you're simply going to come back in and treat it like a checkerboard. Whatever is white here would be black over here. And then whatever is black here would be white here. And if it's white here, it would be black there. So whatever, you're going to do the opposite in each square. It's very simple, but it has a very, strong presence to it. Here's a couple of other examples. It can be symmetrical like this one over here, or asymmetrical. They're not the same in any square. It's totally up to you. Here's another example. And another example. Some of you were really good with the Zentangle patterns and things, so this would be a great time to also explore that. In addition to finishing that today, you are also going to be working on your daily sketch assignment. And just a reminder for everyone, your sketch assignments are always in this very first daily sketchbook assignment instructions. Every day you go right here. The only time you'll go down here to week 3, week 4 is on Fridays when you upload your sketches for your grade. So every day you're going to come here. And if you scroll down a little bit, here is your PowerPoint. It's always here. We've already done quite a lot of artists. You typically have two slides a day. You will have, sometimes you'll have 3 with a little bit of a vocab. We've done all of that already. This is where we're at today, Paul Gauguin. And so what you're going to do is sketch this painting right here. And you're also going to write this information down about Gauguin. And please remember that you can always click on these hyperlinks. And they will take you to some more information about the particular art style, or,
That's only the issue.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. You're right. It is the one you did yesterday. Today, Mary Cassatt. Yes, thank you. Today, you're doing the boating party. You're exactly right. That's what we did yesterday. Today, we're doing the boating party, which is a really kind of a cool, interesting thing to draw. Don't worry about, the faces and things if you just kind of want to sketch by shape. And then write this information that goes along with Mary Cassatt. She's a very famous painter and printmaker. And look at here. There's that. I mean, she didn't do this, but these are examples of printmaking. And this is something that we already were studying in our slideshow for positive and negative shape. So always remember that you can click on those. And if you want to go ahead and write this vocab that we've been working with, shape down, you can do that. And then tomorrow we will be doing Winslow Homer. So that's what you have going on today. Also remember that I have opened up all of the assignments and changed their deadlines, or changed their closing dates until September 24th, which is next week, which is the end of the marking period, which is when you need all your grades in. So everything is open back up. So if you haven't completed something, or if you've had trouble getting internet or hotspots or those type of things, and you're a little bit behind, you can come in and complete those activities, or also email me if there's, reasons, you need to talk to me about why you might be behind on some of those. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to post this video in the announcement section. It'll be a YouTube video now. You don't need to click to look for the live one. And I will see y'all tomorrow. We will start a new project, and I hope you enjoy. If you do have some Oreos at home, I hope you enjoy carving them and eating them, and at least, give me a couple of sketches of what you would carve. I hope y'all have a great Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow.